Solubility is the amount of solute that dissolves a given quantity of a solvent at a specified temperature and pressure to produce a saturated solution.
Temperature affects the solubility of solid, liquid, and gaseous solutes in a solvent. Both temperatures and pressure affect the solubility of gaseous solutes.
A saturated solution contains the maximum amount of solute for any given quantity of solvent at a constant temperature and pressure. In a saturated solution, a state of dynamic equilibrium exists between the solution and any undissolved solute. An example of a saturated solution is a hot spring because it is saturated with minerals.
An unsaturated solution is a solution that contains less soluble than saturated solution at any given temperature and pressure. If you mix lemonade and there's no powder at the bottom, it's an unsaturated solution. Other than temperature, other factors of solubility are polarity, pressure, and molecular size. The polarity of something affects the solubility because water is a polar substance. Therefore, polarity affects the solubility in that it makes a substance more soluble. In liquids and solids, when pressure decreases, so does solubility. Generally, the larger the particle, the less soluble it is.
Read the graph and notice the x and y axes.
The x-axis shows temperature and the y-axis shows the solubility in water. Identify which substance you are trying to find the solubility of. We're going to use K2SO4.
Look at the trend of the line.
And determine whether the solubility increases or decreases with temperature. In K2SO4, the solubility increases as temperature increases.
And note that depending on if it's a liquid, a solid, or a gas, the solubility will increase or decrease.
In gases, as temperature increases, solubility decreases, like NO.
The solid calcium chloride, or the salt that's melting the snow outside, increases in solubility as the temperature increases. This graph shows both gases and solids. For example, SO2 is a gas and it decreases in solubility as the temperature increases. KClO3, a solid, increases in solubility as the temperature increases.
In this graph, NaCl has the least amount of change of solubility as temperature increases. If you want to find the solubility at a specific temperature or vice versa, first you start at the temperature you want. We're going to use KNO3 as an example and start at 10 degrees Celsius, and you go up until you hit the line, and KNO3 is 22 grams soluble at 10 degrees Celsius. If you put sugar, which is a solid substance, into hot coffee and cold coffee, the sugar would dissolve faster in the hot coffee than it would in the cold coffee because as temperature increases, so does solubility. In gases, as temperature increases, the solubility decreases. In solids, the temperature increases, and so does solubility. A saturated solution is a solution in which the maximum amount of solvent has been dissolved. An unsaturated solution is a chemical solution in which the solute concentration is lower than its equilibrium solubility. The 4 steps to reading solubility charts is to read the graph, identify which substance you're trying to find, look at the trend of the line, and then determine whether the solubility increases or decreases.